Well, hi friends, long time no see. It's Suzanne here. I'm a Canadian demonstrator. It's been a while since I've made a little box build, but welcome to another Fabricate Friday video on my YouTube channel and blog. For today's project, I am sharing this little box. It is it doesn't fold flat. It has a very thick and strong lid. It has some side flappies, and it is decorated with the Gather Together autumnal specialty designer series paper. I believe that shiny bit there is called champagne. And then we have some Cajun craze and gold dots here. And I'm also utilizing the Beautiful Pumpkins stamp set. Anyway, if you would like to see how I put this lovely box together, you can keep on watching and follow me, and I'll show you how I did it. I have a piece of old olive cardstock here, 8 1/4 by 11. We're going to score on the short side at 1/2, 2 1/2, 5 3/4, 7 3/4. Flip it round, long side at 2, 5 1/4, 7 1/4, and 10 1/2. Fold and burnish your score lines. Okay, so this is the top of the box. This is the bottom of the box. These are the sides. These are flaps. All right, so we're going to cut up on all the score lines, and we're going to remove some paper. Going to angle this one because this, as I said, is the top of the box, and we are going to so these are the flaps for the side of the box. I am going to wedge them out and wedge it out. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is, you see this little quarter, like 1/2 inch here? I'm going to fold it over, use it as a guideline. I have to go this way, and cut this section off. Okay, I'm going to do that for this piece. Fold and cut. I have to wedge that side out a little bit too. Whoops. Oh no, it's wedged. I'm going to do the same for this. I'm going to fold that little 1/2 inch, or well, 1/4 inch really, and just cut along the edge. So I'm basically cutting that off. With this piece, I'm going to cut straight down about, like, literally maybe 1/16 of an inch. So basically I am removing the score line and evidence of it. So it's just that little piece. Come on, there you go. So I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other side. So wedge here, and I'm going to cut kind of like 1 1/16 all the way down. I'm using my big scissors for this. It's a little easier. And then I'm going to cut, well, it'll be easier to cut down the score line at this point. Just a little bit more for that little sliver that I want off. And then I will cut this piece completely off, folding it, and then cutting down these score lines. I'm going to wedge out here, wedge out here, cut all the way down, remove that, wedge this out, and wedge that out. All right, so then we're going to fold and just trim a straight line is all. You don't have to do this. I'm just doing it because I want a little bit more bulk off. And then I'm going to wedge these little bits here and here and here and here. Okay. I'm going to show you where I'm going to put the adhesive. So we're going to do a U of adhesive here and a U of adhesive here. I'm going to put adhesive here and here, and then on this piece, this flap, close to the score line and on the free edge. Come on, there we are. Close to the score line and on the free edge. Okay, so these two flaps are going to close, and we actually have a really strong lid now. And we don't have that wedging business. It actually looks nice and clean. And that's the reason why we went straight and not wedged. So this flap, we're going to bring close to our score or our cut piece here. And I can see a little tuft. I'll trim that right off. And do the same at this. So there we are. And then we're going to have this piece right there and this piece right here. Alrighty. So let's close up our little box at this point. So you can see that the sides are actually double thickness. The lid is double thickness. It's nice and solid. And what I usually do at this point, I don't know if you can see that, but there's a little ridge there. And just to make my Virgo-ness work, I'm a Virgo, so I like to not be able to feel those edges. So if I feel something, I'm going to remove it. So actually everything looks really good. So now for the decoration. We have a piece for the top, which is 3 inches by 3 inches. And I'm just placing it right on the top. So this is called Gathered Together. It's fall inspired. The coordinating colors are Old Olive, Daffodil Delight, Cajun Craze, and Early Espresso. This piece here is 3 by 1 3/4. You don't have to write anything down because I have a blog post that shares this information. It's not a PDF. I feel like the video here shares how to put things together easily enough, but you can jot down the sizes of everything so you can create this box yourself. So there is the little box, so cute. Let's see if we can embellish it just a little bit more. All right, here we are. So I've gotten a few things here. I ended up picking up the Cajun Craze and Gold Dots. So those are really pretty. We'll be embellishing with those. I don't have the Gathering Together stamp set. It's called Gathering Moments, and it has dies like leaf dies and that sort of thing. So I didn't buy it. I got the paper because I was part of my paper share, the embellishments because I was part of the embellishment share, but I didn't end up getting the online exclusive suite. So I'm using Beautiful Pumpkins. I like pumpkins a lot. I like pumpkins and snowflakes. I'm not so crazy about birds and monkeys. So there you go. I don't know if you needed to know that, but now you do. So I'm going to use the sentiment "so graceful to have a friend like you." I'm going to ink it up with Early Espresso. Perfect. That's lovely. That fits in. So this is one of my favorite die sets. It's called Nested Essential Dies. I never use these ones, but these ones I use all the time. And I often make like 2 or 3, like when I die cut. I die cut a whole bunch. And then I just keep them sort of in like little, I don't know where I got this, a little container just filled with them. So, or I suppose you can put them in the back of the packet. But anyway, that's what I do. Little insight into my crafting. So I do have a little scrap paper here, and I'm going to ink up the pumpkin leaves. I'm going to stamp and then stamp again just to see. I kind of like the lighter, so that's what we're gonna do. And I'm gonna bring out my pad. Here we go. So this is my piercing mat, and I just have, well, I use it as for stamping. It just has a slick surface on it. I stamp off and then stamp over. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. Oh ho! Are you seeing this? Are you watching? How pretty. So sometimes when you have a dark sentiment, if you stamp off and do like a image behind it that is soft, it's going to work to your benefit. So what I'm going to do, I have a piece of card. So I think, oh, that looks good. Should I put that on dimensionals? Maybe. Okay, so we're gonna put an obscene amount of dimensionals on this piece. Perfect. And then I'm going to use some of my dots. They have small, medium, and large. So I'm going to go with a small and a large, and then the medium somewhere else. There. Whoops. Get back in here. It's so heavy. There we go. So that is my little share for today. Of course, there's going to be a link in the description box below where you're going to go to my blog if you want all the dimensions on how to put this little box together. So thank you so much for spending time with me today, for all the comments that you leave, for thumbs up and doing all the YouTube-y things. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider it. It really helps my small channel grow. Thanks again for watching. Bye for now.